Welcome back. Happy day to you. Gonna be playing with a full face of makeup today because your girl put a fresh tan on. We are feeling summery, feeling the vibes. We also got a few new products in. Let's do a little first impressions, but also this latte makeup trend has been all the rage all over the TikTok and YouTube. Jamie, I saw your vid. And what's so funny to me about TikTok trends is they just like name things. It's like a brown smoky eye has existed since the dawn of time for all of us, but no. According to TikTok, now it's latte makeup. But you know what? That's one of my go-to favorite looks to do. I figured we could just do an all over bronzed little summery look together and do so while playing with some new makeup. So let's do that. First of all, I just wanted to say, speaking of Jamie, I got the lovely PR package of the new Vive cream bronzers, and you guys, they included this t-shirt. How cute is this? This was in the little Vive cream bronzer pack, and it just makes me feel so happy, and it makes me think, you know, I had said a little while ago I was over the graphic tee, but when they're yellow and bright and happy and summery like this, absolutely yes. To the Vive team, to Jamie Genevieve, can't wait to play. And also, thanks so much for the tea. It's so cute. We love. All right, let's just begin with some skin prep. I filled in my brows, but I haven't set them or anything yet because we're gonna be pouring some wetness on us. Dude, that's one of my favorite ASMR sounds ever. Anyway, I got the new product in from Rhode. This is their glazing milk, and this is their skin prep. Oh, ceramide facial essence, but it's to be used as a skin prep before your other skincare. So I'm actually like so tight right now, and my skin has been like, please help, put something on us. So let's give the little glazing milk a go here, shall we? Listen, I never say no to overly dewy skin. I love a Hailey Bieber glazed donut vibe. It feels really nice. I can't speak on any long-term effects of this, but it does give quite a juicy little layer to the face. Not bad, not bad. Let's follow up with the rest of the goods. The peptide glazing fluid and then the rich face concentrate, the barrier restore cream. Just to make it a full little Rhode skin prep moment. So glossy, so juicy. This is actually such a beautiful little base combination for when I'm doing makeup. Like if I just want my makeup to be on point and I want to be dewy and glowing to the heavens, like I need to keep this lineup on hand. It's actually really fabulous. Have any of you tried the Rhode products? What are your thoughts for those of you who are like deep into the knowledge of skincare? What is your take on the Rhode skin products? I'd love to know from like a science point of view what your thoughts are, because it feels good. It feels good and it looks good. Is it doing anything? I don't know. And finally, I'll use the peptide lip treatment. This is the salted caramel one. It smells so good. Moving on to foundation. Now, this is something that I picked up actually quite a while ago, and I keep trying to remind myself that I want to test it out because this is a product that I've seen a lot of, like, it's not a new product by any means, but it's new to me. And it was something that I never tried. I really wanted to get my hands on it and give it a go because so many people rave about the Estee Lauder like classic foundations, but I hadn't seen too much of the Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup. This is SPF 45. And I was just so curious. I simply had to try. I'm really hoping that I have the shade that matches my fake tan right now because I did just order it online. I didn't actually like swatch the shades or anything, but this is the shade 2N1 Desert Beige. And this is the packaging here. And I'm so curious. Hydra makeup. It sounds like it's right up my alley and something that I would love. So I wanted to we'll give it a little test, and especially because it's like summertime, we're doing hydrated, extra dewy makeup. I thought it would just be perfect. So I'm going to apply this using my lovely little IT Cosmetics brush and blend it in. Like, look at that first initial layer. I freaking knew it. Honestly, with my tan, actually, I probably could have gotten one shade deeper because it is a little bit light, or it would be like if I wasn't wearing a t-shirt. The skin on my body is quite a lot deeper, but it's also a little bit pink. It's not like a true neutral or anything. So I'd be curious to go and see like the other shades in person, but look at that. Just an easy wash of color. It's quite scented. Anyway, this was just like a personal curiosity. I've been so curious about trying this for such a long time. I don't know why I never did it. And I mean, this just from the initial wash, this looks like the ultimate beautiful glowing base. And sometimes it's nice to have those go-to foundations. I recently used up my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, and this is totally giving me that same vibe as I'm applying it. Like, you just smack it on and you can do no wrong. Like, it's just so easy and blends right in. That's kind of the hope. That's what I saw with this, and so far, that's great. If you guys have tried it, please let me know your thoughts. Dying to know. So I'm really happy with that coverage. I think it looks divine, but I always add a little bit of something under the eyes, and this is a new product, you guys. NARS has come out with the under eye brightener. I'm so sorry, the light reflecting eye brightener. Was very curious about this because honestly, there aren't too many good under eye brighteners that are on the market. Let me just see what shade I want to go with here. Let's try Night Swan. I'm very curious about this. NARS just obviously knocks it out of the park when it comes to base products and concealers and foundations, and love this little pot that they've got going on. I love the updated like white packaging. I think that looks so good, so crisp, and I just wanted to see how it was. So I'm just gonna pat this in with my finger so far. If you were holding the soft matte complete concealer in the similar little pot next to it, the soft matte version obviously feels like matte and I don't know, more solid. This feels wet. It literally feels wet. It's so creamy, which is nice because me personally, I get very, very, very dry under eyes. So right away, having that feel like so wet and creamy is a good sign. And the color is really nice. This is definitely adding brightness to my under eye area. I like what I'm seeing so far. It is very creamy. It's quite like a thin formula, so I don't expect too much coverage from this. I think I'd still want to go over it with concealer, maybe, especially here, because I do get a lot of redness, but so far that just sat so beautifully right under the eyes. Loving what I'm seeing so far. That feels very, very nice under the eyes. It's not settling into any fine lines or anything, and Lord knows we can all use a little bit of brightness under our eyes, so I'm excited about that one. That is a new in product. Have you guys seen it? I was so curious. For just a little bit of extra coverage, I'm gonna take my NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer, and I'm just gonna go on top, just right here. Add a little bit of extra brightness and coverage just to the center of my face, really, because that's where I get the most red. I always have a little bit of redness and spottage going around my mouth. I'm gonna use my same IT Cosmetics brush and just push that in. Well, hot dog, that is a glowing base if I ever saw one. Loving this combo so far. Let's go dive into the new Vive cream bronzers. Modern Radiance cream bronzer. Definitely gonna be a light gal. Look at this cute packaging. You know what it looks like? A little camera lens cap lid. Very cute. Let's see how the shade medium compares. Oh yes, much, much deeper. So there's the shade light, there's the shade medium. I could honestly dip into both, but let's start with light and see how we feel. They also sent along the Vive 117 foundation brush to go with it. I'm gonna put it on the palm of my hand just to see, because sometimes bronzers can be very, very, very pigmented. Let's go in slowly, shall we? Okay, honestly, very nice, very light, a much more thin formula than I was expecting. It's very, very similar in feeling to the Makeup by Mario. I was about to say cream bronzer again. Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. Makeup by Mario, why do you do this to me? Let's just see how it compares. Oh yeah, the Makeup by Mario one is much deeper, actually. But in terms of feeling, feels very similar, applies very similarly on the skin. Very nice and light and juicy. I think we could dip into the medium a little bit just to get a little bit more of that bronze. Yeah, because this one's almost a little bit more ashy. This one's like quite warm. So on my more pale skin, this could give more of that bronze sheen that we're looking for. Whereas I think the light would actually be like quite a nice contour, kind of like the Makeup by Mario one when I am not with the tan. So yeah, that's such a nice color. Oh my God, it's totally just sinking into the skin. So much more creamy and dewy feeling than I would have imagined it being. And yeah, wow. I'm just gonna run on top of that with the foundation brush because I just went a little, just went in a little bit. Let's talk about this latte makeup trend, aka the brown smoky eye. The one thing that I thought was interesting is the base. It was just keeping very much to that natural bronzed base, which I love so much, but kind of really actually packing that onto the cheek and not doing too much in terms of blush, which I think is very nice sometimes. It's like just a much more natural, truly summery sun-kissed look. There wasn't too intense of a color anywhere that I saw on the cheeks, but just really like adding that bronze, and then we'll do some highlight. But I feel like I always love a little bit of something on the cheek. So we'll see how we feel. But yeah, that's kind of the basis of it, is to just have that very monochromatic brown bronzed look on the skin. So, oh my God, honestly, those are gorgeous. That looks gorgeous on the skin. I know we've got a lot of like constant daily favorites right here, but so far this base is like, wow. I also didn't say this out loud, but during that I was putting the bronzer onto my eyelids as well because it'll kind of just prepare our lids for a little bit of a base. Let me just give this a spritz real quick just to make sure that it doesn't move because I'm so happy with how this base is looking right now. I think I'm gonna wait until the very end to powder just to see how this settles into the skin, see what it's doing, see how it's living. So let's move on to the eyelids. Now, with the lovely little brown smoky eye, my thoughts instantly went to my little Inglot palette because I truly believe that this little trio, my beloved trio forever, is just the perfect product to do any kind of brown smoky eye with. But I did see a few of the TikTok gals using an eyeliner first, so I thought that the Byredo Bora Bora pencil was the perfect shade because it's kind of what I liked a lot was it was erring on the cool tone side of the bronze makeup realm, keeping it a little bit like less terracotta, less red bronze, and a little bit more of that like true deep espresso. Someone posted that, didn't they? Someone posted, it's not latte makeup, it's espresso makeup or something. Maybe I'm making that up, but I feel like I did see that somewhere. Anyway, I love to do anything simple with a little eyeliner to start, and it kind of just naturally adds dimension once you put the eyeshadow on top. So any kind of brown eyeliner, whatever your fave is, there's so many brown eyeliners that I use and love. This is just one that I actually recently used on my girlfriend for her wedding makeup trial. My girlfriend's getting married in August, and I'm doing her makeup, and I'm so excited and so honored to be a part of her day, and I'm using this liner on her day, and she's gonna look so stunning. And yeah, it's just, it was out and about in my recently used, so this is the one I'm using, but obviously it doesn't have to be on the Byredo spendy train. Any brown eyeliner will do, but I'm just patting that out with a flat shader brush, and I'm not doing any kind of like eyeliner shape or anything. We're literally just smudging this onto the lid, but trying to keep most of the product focused on the lash line, and that's the general idea. I don't know if I want to go on my waterline. Sometimes I'll feel tempted to do that after the fact, but I will take this on my lower lash line just so that it's all smoked around. And I just always like to have a clean little blending brush on hand to blend out each layer and make sure that there's no harsh lines. But we can also use this to pack on the start of our eyeshadow as well. My face is literally so dewy and so wet and slippy right now. We're gonna be slipping everywhere. Okay, let's move into our little Inglot trio here. I'm gonna start with the center shade. Although I do feel like I can just go straight into the deeper one, but it's okay. For those of you who have been following my channel for some time, you're gonna be like, LOL at the latte makeup trend, because it's literally the only look I really do. Just some brown eyeshadow smudged across the eye. That's pretty much what I gathered. So I'm just taking this lighter shade and literally blending it all over the lid as well, into the crease, and packing it on top of that eyeliner. One thing I'm focusing on too is just also bringing that into this like inner portion of the crease. Like I'm going all over. I'm not just focusing it on the outside. I really just want that shade to be all over the eye area. Then I'm going to use the same brush and go into the deepest shade in my little Inglot trio here and just pat that right into the center, like on the lash line. See how much deeper that is? But I love this color. It's such a beautiful brown. So I'm just really patting it along the lashes and onto the lid. And then I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush and just blend between these two shades, the two browns, and just put that on the lower lash line. Oh yeah, she's getting smoky. Now if you wanted to make this deeper and more like nighttime appropriate, although I'd say this is pretty deep for me, you could always take a black liner and now at this point just smudge that into the lash line. I think that would look really, really nice. Or you can just go ahead and intensify. Just add another little layer of your brown liner and just like remind your lash line what it's meant to be doing. So now that we've set it in with eyeshadow, you can just add a tiny little extra layer just right on top of the lashes and smoosh that in. You can be real messy with it and it'll just bring a little bit more of the darkness there. Can fade into darkness. I'm just taking a clean, fluffy blending brush and just going over. Oh, yes. Love those two products blended together. How delightful. I'm probably going to use this on my face after as well, but for now I'm going to dip into my little Dior highlighting palette here. And you know what, I'm going between these two here. I'm going to make like a little bronzy golden shimmer, and I'm just going to pat that on top of the lid. Just blending that out a little bit, softening it with this brush. It's a little bit less intense, but you can see I'm just adding that lovely little golden sparkle onto the top of the lid. And then I'll take a little bit of the lighter highlight in this palette and just put that right on the top of the inner corner. So I'm just going right on the top line. I'm not taking it below, it's just right on the kiss of that top. Lovely. Now I do think it's time for a little bit of powder, but I want the powder to be so light and subtle, just so we let all of this dewiness and bronziness fly. I'm gonna use a bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I've hit pan on this, you guys. So I'm just gonna take a little touch of that down the center of my face. I'm also making sure to like put that on my eyebrows too, because that kind of helps when I set the brows in later. And then I'm gonna take this just underneath my eyes as well, and just a bit around my mouth. It feels so wrong to not be dousing myself in blush. I don't know how to feel about that, but let's go ahead and put some highlight on the face. I'm gonna take an eyeshadow brush and just go between these two lighter shades and just put that right on the top. Although I do think a cream highlight would be really nice with this too, just to add to the dewiness, but we'll just put this on anyway. Something like the little Victoria Beckham highlight I think would just add to the overall dewiness and glow. Make it look a little bit more natural and lived in. Sometimes I think a powder highlight, especially when you're putting it on such a dewy look, it might not add to the dewiness. It might like, do you guys know what I mean? Sometimes a powder highlight works. Sometimes I think I need a little bit of that wetness. This highlight is glorious. I think that's a little bit more what I was looking for. I'm just gonna do another little spritz to be safe. Now I need to line these lips. I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine lip pencil, artist pencil, sorry. And just push that in with my pinky. I'm gonna use the YSL number 2, the brown Lash Clash mascara, because obviously that is adding to the overall latte effect. Oh my God. Every time, I literally put it in front of me. Someone even said, oh, when you're laying out your makeup, put the eyelash curler on top of your mascara and you won't forget to use it. Like, I can't. Someday we'll play with the lash curler again. Apparently, today is not that day. This mascara is just such a delight. Really, truly, it's such a delight, and I love the brown. Oh heavens, I almost forgot to set my brows. I'm gonna use the little Dolce & Gabbana, the cute little brow set. I just can't get over this packaging. It's so cute. Life is just better with a lifted brow, isn't it? I was thinking about that earlier, like the power that I would have held as a teenager if I knew about a boar bristle brush for my hair, for the updos, to really slick it and make it look sleek, and then the power that I would have held in me if I had brow gel as a teenager. I think it just would have been different. I would have been a different human being. Anyway, guys, to finish off, I wanted to use the new MAC Squirt lipsticks. I've been seeing these everywhere. So many people have been raving about them. They're the Squirt Plumping Gloss Sticks. And specifically, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about these rather ambiguous shades. The black one, Jet, and like Squirt, the black and the green. I'm so curious. I literally haven't even opened these yet, but I've been seeing so many people using them and got the lovely little package from MAC. So let's try Jet. I think it might actually be very much the vibe for what we've got going on right now, but I've been saying that way too much. The vibe, like shut up. Listen, I've never claimed to have a fabulous vocabulary, okay? We all try our best, don't we? Okay, so yeah, it's totally like a little, I do feel a little tingling effect for sure. And it's so fascinating because it doesn't look black, it just looks, ooh. Okay, very juicy, very glossy indeed. Beautiful. Definitely nothing new to see here, but I do think it's always fun to try a new shade, like a black lip gloss or a green lip gloss, a blue lip gloss. But it's not actually, it's just like a nice kind of cool undertone. The packaging is like whatever, it's light, cheapy plastic, but fun colors, definitely. There's gonna be a color for everybody, especially because it is more on that sheer side, but love a good glossy lip. So I'm down with this. What do you guys think? Let's just go on top with a little bit of the brown. This is the shade Lower Cut. Oh, this one smells like chocolate. That might add a little bit of the warmth that we need for this latte look. Love that. A little chocolate gloss that literally smells like chocolate. I accept. Holy moly, that is juicy. But that's the look. This is the finished makeup using a few new products. My little take on the latte makeup trend, aka brown, bronzy, smoky eye, but loved playing with these. So many beautiful products. Can we just take that in for a minute? Like, I remember the days when I started my YouTube channel, almost 10 years officially to the day, where these options just didn't exist. It's kind of fabulous to have options, and with all this competition and so many brands, it's like we're really finding the cream of the crop, the best of the best, and just able to feel amazing. That's kind of a magical thing. Like, I think back when I was in high school and I didn't have any of these options. I didn't even have a brow gel. We were using the Maybelline clear mascara, and I didn't even discover that possibility until university. So truly, the world is our oyster when it comes to beauty, and that's kind of a magical thing. So if you're feeling sad, my friends, just don a beautiful face of bronze summery makeup and you'll instantly feel better. Anyway, guys, that's the makeup look. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Everything I used on my face, as always, I will link in the description box down below for your viewing and or shopping pleasure. Hope you guys loved it, and I will see you all very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!